Here we go.
Let's see if this Foley works. I don't know if that picked up.
But you didn't light the mic on fire.
I did not light the mic on
key.
fire because I am lighting our cantrip candle for this sensual little recording session we're doing, apparently.
The library scriptorium.
It smells
of-
good.
It has light notes of parchment, aged wood, and leather.
We are not sponsored by Cantrip
We
Candle.
just really like it.
Hey, welcome to this, it's a rainy afternoon for us. I hope it's a sunnier day for you when this goes out, but we're here. We're doing some Dungeon Wives.
It's Dungeon Wives time. Ooh, that candle smells good.
Thank you, honey. I don't know why I didn't make it, but I bought it with my money. My name is Mackenzie. I feel like we never introduced ourselves.
My name's Rachel.
And
we're
Dungeon
Dungeon
Wives.
Wives.
Yeah, this is a show where I go on some dungeon dives with my dungeon wife. I realized we never introduced ourselves, and so what if somebody just comes into a random episode and is like, "Who are these idiots?" We never introduce ourselves, so maybe we should start doing that.
You know what I think you should start doing?
What's up, honey?
Because you're like, this is Dungeon Wives, where I go on dungeon dives with my dungeon wife, but that doesn't rhyme. So
It doesn't.
It's where I go
My
on a
dungeon
dungeon
wife.
dive.
Dive? A dive?
Perilously close, but not quite. Dungeon dive with my dungeon wife. Or
I got
you
more notes.
imply that
I
you
more
have
notes. Okay.
more than one wife. Let's say going on dungeon
Dives with my dungeon wives.
Which in a way, all of these characters.
All these characters are my
your
wives, including you.
That's how creativity works.
Thank you for these notes. I will take these notes.
Yeah.
I'll
just
apply
give them a
I'll
try. If
apply
they
them-
don't work, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll apply them at next rehearsal. I hate that we both have theater degrees. I like opening the show a little bit more casually, like less D&D and more like,
Let's be real.
here's where we are right now.
Let's be real.
So are you ready to get started on this adventure?
Yeah.
We've got a candle.
Yeah.
We've got our dice.
I'm like just rife with wife confidence.
Yeah, we just
I solved a very big problem very, very quickly, and now I shall move to another challenge, which I'm sure will be as easy. I will not make any mistakes.
I thought you were talking about our real life, like you solved the problem of our hunger maybe by making an entire chicken.
We are making an entire roast chicken. My mother sent us
entire-
an entire roast chicken and was like, here's a barefoot Contessa recipe, have fun. And I have burnt microwavable mac and cheese. So we're just going to see how it goes.
We're going to see how this roast chicken goes.
We're going to finish this episode up, and then we're going to find out if we eat tonight.
Yeah, so that's really exciting.
The stakes are high.
So yes, so you were talking about the game in which you solved a thing. I do have a little
That might be a good lead-in into our
where we last left off.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Where we last left off, Alkyone met a hot bartender named Moira, a kind-hearted librarian named Twill, and finally ventured back underneath Rivermouth to confront the fish humanoids, or humanoids?
Humanoids.
Or Kuatoa, after picking up a book of undercommon phrases from the library. Due to some excellently timed good rolls, you were able to make peace with the creatures before turning into a badger for some reason and burrowing them and escape through the natural blockage that had built up beneath the city, blocking their way home. You returned to the mayor, told him what you felt he was doing wrong with his job, and sent him...
I love how you're just using this recap to drag me. You're just using this recap to drag me.
And sent him... I'll add one that I didn't write. And sent him back to Biergo angrily to help Lady Dianostre, even though he already wanted to do that because he respects her and considers her a friend.
Mackenzie was like, I made an effort to make one man who is nice, and you shat all over him. And I said, well...
We now pick up.
Why do we forgive incompetence in men that we would not in women? Why is it always a binary? Why do we never talk about non-binary people when these things come up?
Are you trying to come for me right now?
No.
Okay, good. I love you.
I'm just being
Jasper's
controversial.
about to attack your headphones, honey.
Well, he can try.
Well, and we now pick up back in midday in Rivermouth. What would you like to do?
Let's get out of here.
You're just gonna immediately leave. You're just saying goodbye.
I don't know. We got stuff to do, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like I'll drop by Twills and be like, "Hey, worked great. Thank you so much."
Yeah. And also, if you want to shop for something, you could do some shopping.
Oh, what do we need?
I don't know. Like, do you need potions and things. Lady Dinostre gave you money, correct?
Oh yeah, she did.
Hey, me, Mackenzie. I don't remember how much that was.
It was
like a small. Is dowry okay to use outside of like marriage terms?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a marriage specific term, but it works because this is a marriage specific.
Yeah,
podcast.
so she sent you with a dowry, I guess. I'm like, let's say 500 gold, and if anyone
that sounds familiar,
just listened to the first episodes and wants to tell me I'm wrong, you definitely can. I don't remember, but like you have a little bit of spending money.
I could scroll down 2 inches and find out, but
you're not. Yeah, so you could buy potions if you need to. You could buy whatever you want if you want to.
Yeah, sure. I'll buy some potions.
Okay.
Fuck it.
This is I'm just suggesting things. This is you
I
have to tell me what you
Sometimes I worry because you as the DM, you're like, oh, don't you want to buy any healing potions?
I'm just looking
Might
out
be
for
a good
you.
idea to buy some healing potions.
I'm just looking out for you. I'm listing off the normal things that normal D&D players do, but honey, you're not a normal D&D player. So you do whatever you want, baby.
I'm going to get 2 shepherd's pies to
All
go.
Right. All right, you nab that instantly.
Absolutely gonna.
Do you want to talk to Moira? She's just
gonna salute Moira, the hot bartender, like, haha, never fear, madam. I can talk to fish. And
she kind of gives you a strange look.
I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay.
It was just like my attitude. My attitude says if you've got a fish-related problem, this tiefling's the tiefling.
Who you gonna
for
call?
This
Alkyone. Amazing.
Both work.
Both work.
Yeah, sure. I'll go get some healing potions.
I
too.
hate that we just in unison.
Well, we do a lot of things in unison, unfortunately. So
that's true. I was gonna say
love
wink,
being dragged,
but then I didn't. But then I did.
You did.
Where do you want to go first?
Well, we picked up the shepherd's pie. I'm just gonna say that we did that. Unless Moira has like pertinent information for us. Unless she's like, hello, I have a quest.
Moira's like, hi, you know that guy that's burning down the city to the south? I heard about that, and that's also my brother. Here's his address. Do you just want that?
Moira is actually the main character.
Yeah, Moira's the main character of this podcast.
This has all been like meaningless epilogue. It's all about Moira, baby.
It's all about Moira, baby. That's how I feel. No, she doesn't have anything pertinent
right
unless you want to ask
Moira,
her
baby.
things. What?
What?
What did you say?
I said episode title. It's all about Moira, baby.
That's
we put so many E's that it has to like scroll on Spotify.
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, when is it gonna end? It doesn't.
That's probably not going to be the name of this episode because I don't want to give people the wrong impression that we're actually focusing on Moira because she's getting her own spin-off podcast.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like with healing potions. I don't know.
Okay, so you want to go to like a store first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You said there was like a whole line of shops, so I guess me and Alex will kind of wander down there, see what's what.
Yeah. So like on your way to the bookstore, you head down to the fish market, going kind of the same direction you went earlier to get to Ultra Bookstore / library ?
Yeah.
But maybe no more ? And
we're more sure now.
You were looking at the stalls, and a lot of them seem to be non-magical goods. There's like some magical items maybe, but those are probably going to be a little too rich for your blood right now.
Oh, for sure.
There's like cool jewelry, but maybe you ask around.
Wait.
Yeah?
What kind of jewelry?
Well,
is there any fun like kitschy like bead stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think I told you before, because you were really fascinated by it, the half orc, half dwarven people.
Yes.
That were there. They come from the north, and they bring. They have these gorgeous mines in the north, in the mountains that they mine out. It's a lot of like amethyst. So that's sort of the vibe.
It's purple.
It is purple. It's a lot of amethyst, really like bright, glimmering jewels, and they have basically just normal types of things like beads, bracelets. It ranges. I mean, because it's funny because I feel like this is a thing that Matt Mercer does when they first start the game, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that drink is a copper," and everyone's like, "I only work in gold." I think it would range. I think probably the most expensive piece would maybe verge on like 100 gold, but there's cheaper pieces that the cheapest is probably 5 gold. I want
to get me and Alexandrite little friendship bracelets.
So you're gonna have Sister Ayana and Alexandrite.
Yeah, exactly. I'm collecting friends.
So you walk up to this half dwarf, half orc woman. She is standing there, and she's
beard and
teeth. Yeah, so she's she's like, I guess some dwarves would be hovering around 2.5 feet, 3.5 feet. She's sort of on that taller side, so she's like 3.5 to 4 feet.
2.5 feet is like barely taller than Jasper.
Technically, I think, and once again, I hate saying things into the ether and knowing other people probably know as they listen to the podcast.
You're like, it's actually 2 feet and 3/4. So
no, but like the range, I feel like the
why
dwarves.
Why did I think the dwarves went up to 4 feet? Why did I think that?
Let me Google.
Or is that
Let me look it up right now. Will you entertain the people as I click on D&D Beyond?
I don't know. Some Lord of the Rings opinions. Arwen hot, Eowyn hot, Aragorn hot. He actually broke his toes when he kicked that helmet. If you go to the IMDb trivia page, you'll see that. His name is not Inigo Montoya. What is that actor's name?
Oh, you're right. Dwarves stand between 4 and 5 feet tall. I'm wrong. You're right.
Delicious.
Hey, Rachel?
Sometimes I am.
You're right. So,
Hold on, really quick, what is that actor's name? Because it is not Inigo Montoya.
Mandy Patinkin.
No, Mandy Patinkin plays Inigo Montoya. Yeah. I'm talking about Aragorn.
Oh, Viggo
Morgenstern?
Morgan Schwitty Jaegerman Jensen.
I don't know.
It's Vigo something. Vigo.
I was like that painting in Ghostbusters.
We are all over the fucking place.
I haven't been outside in so long.
Hey, escapism. We're escaping right now to a fantasy world that's as big as we want
Anyway,
it to be.
he did break his little feetsies when he was kicking, and that's the trivia, and that's all I had to say about that.
I also was going to be very sad if you forgot Mandy Patinkin when we
Absolutely
when we
not.
say
that's our Mandy. Thank you, John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch.
Did we say that daily?
For our entire lingo.
This episode in particular is going to give such an insight into what our daily relationship life is like, and so to everyone who enjoys that, you're welcome.
Welcome to the Feral Bowl.
This dwarf, they're both on the taller side.
Okay.
So they're closer to 5 feet tall, maybe even a little bit over, because they're mixed with a very tall race. They're
they got a tall parent and a short parent.
They got a very tall parent and a very short parent. Yeah. So the man is there, and he's kind of asleep behind the. He has his feet kicked up behind the booth, I guess, if you want to say that, and but the woman is standing there kind of to the side of it, leaning over. She has sort of darker tanned skin and very thick, curly, dark brown hair that is braided into like her longish beard.
I love it.
She has small tusks, but they are there. She has kind of these like bright silver eyes that are very, very notable. She wears sort of bluish, navy blue, like lavender colored leather armor, and she's adorned with a lot of jewelry herself. And she kind of sees you coming over and immediately pops into this sort of saleswoman mode and goes, hello, hi.
Hi. I'm just looking for maybe like a fun bracelet, but like don't make it super obvious.
Oh, so is Alex not with you?
I don't know. I'm just imagining Alex like wandering over to the next stall for just a second.
Sure, you make that character choice.
Please.
Hey, why don't you? Maybe you could tell her to go. I don't. That's just why would she leave your side?
Well, because like we're just browsing. It's not like we're in adventure mode. We're in like get supplies mode. So I'm sure she has her own things to get.
Hey, Alkyone, I'm gonna go look down there for some potions for some reason.
Will you? Here we go. She probably knows more about potions than I do. So Alkyone's gonna be like, yeah, you probably know more about potions than I do. So yeah, I'm gonna look at this stuff, purple, you know. If I see anything, I'll grab it.
Okay,
I'll give her some money.
I'll look down here. And so she kind of goes off. So then you go up to this woman. She says hello. A bracelet. Okay. What kind of bracelet would you like?
I'm gonna show the friendship bracelet.
That's
sweetly
that's
woven.
Quaint. Yeah.
Exactly, quaint. Beautiful, quaint. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know, something like in this vein, but I noticed you got like a bunch of really nice purple motifs with your jewelry.
Yes, we mine the finest silver and amethyst you can think of, and so we have these beautiful amethyst bracelets. Would you like to look at them? She kind of opens up this case.
Budget.
What kind of budget?
Let's try for oh gosh, I spent a lot on like 10 shepherd pies.
That was $5,000.
I'm broke. I'm in debt.
You're in debt to Moira. You have to
come back and wash dishes.
Wash dishes. We have the shepherd's pies.
I'm kind of in the 5 to 10 gold range, like tops.
Okay.
I'm not looking for anything too fancy. Just kind of like hey, we went to this town.
All right. And she kind of closes the case she had open, and she taps her tusk a bit, like on her mouth. She goes, I understand. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe one day you'll come back for a richer thing, but you want one?
Two. Yeah.
Okay. Two. Okay. And then she kind of looks down. She like kind of ducks down below the booth, and you hear some rattling of things. And then she comes up with this small kind of like suede, these two small little suede cases, and she goes, "How do these look?" And she opens the top one, and it's just like a very, very thin, simple silver kind of band. Like it's like a, it's I don't even know if you call it a band, chain, I guess.
Okay.
And there's like a singular, like star-shaped, like it's like carved into a small star-shaped amethyst right in the center. And she goes, the one below it is exactly the same. This one will run you about 8 gold pieces apiece. Is it 5 to 10? So
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to like just went to college, how dumb of a purchase is this in terms of money? I don't even fully.
You have quite a bit of money. You let's say like your dowry is 500. So.
My dowry, my natural like budget mind is like, don't do it. Alkyone doesn't have that. Yeah, she's gonna get them.
All right.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Would you like me to put it on you, or?
No. I'm just gonna stick it to the packets for later.
Oh, all right. So that'll be 16.
All right,
gold
here
pieces.
you go. 16 gold pieces.
All right, and she kind of counts them out, and then she hits the foot off of the table of the guy, and his feet fall, and he lurches forward, and he goes, what? And she's like, put this in the bag, and she's trying to get him to put it in the money thing, and he looks up, and he kind of has like darker skin, and he's bald on top, and has like a little bit of scruff. Like he's definitely like shaved recently.
All right.
And he just has one tusk, and when he smiles at you, he has this very toothy grin on the
so
top.
Cute.
Like some teeth are definitely knocked out on the top, and he has one tusk, and the other one's kind of broken off. And he kind of smiles up at you and says, "Thanks for your purchase." And he begins putting things in the little like lockbox with some other gold pieces, and you hear it all clink in a against other gold. And she smiles at you and says, "Well, I hope you come back. These will fit perfectly with your whole thing. I love the way you look."
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
She smiles at you and she goes, "Well, do you need gift wrapping or?"
No, I'm just gonna put it in my bag.
All
just
right.
thinking about towns, you know.
All right. Well,
When are you leaving?
We're staying here for another 3 days, right? Yeah, another 3 days, and then we're heading out.
You know, I've been around town. It's real sleepy right now. You know, I maybe should leave earlier.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, just a hunch. I have the sight. And I just see better opportunities for you elsewhere. And you've been so nice to me with these bracelets that I wanted to pass along that tidbit along with my gold.
Roll the persuasion check.
I just don't want the dragon to come up here and kill these people.
I'm like inclined to give you disadvantage. I'm not, but I am, because you were like, I have the sight, and that feels insane. But I will just say regular persuasion check.
I mean, she kind of does. It's just, not really at all.
They're just a bunch of women.
What is that?
That's a 15.
Oh, a 15, and it's, sorry, what was the check?
Persuasion.
18.
Yeah. She kind of looks at you puzzled and looks over at her companion and says, well, I guess we are, getting low on stock, and if we really push for some sales, we could probably head out a little early, but
Yeah.
we'll do our best. Thanks for the encouragement, I guess.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too. I'm Madrid.
Sorry, what?
Madrid?
Madrid. Like Madrid, but pronounced different?
Madrid with a second E instead of an I.
It was nice to meet you, Madrid.
Nice to meet you as well.
Bye.
Goodbye. And you walk away, and you hear her start to kind of whisper to her companion, and something along the lines of, get up, we gotta look really like presentable. And she starts doing that thing that people at cons do, where they step outside the booth a little bit and they start trying to pull people into the booth.
Yeah.
She's trying to sell a little bit harder because of what you said. And you go in the direction that you saw Alex go in, I assume.
The bracelet's safely stowed away in the rucksack.
Alrighty, so you stowed those bracelets away, you go in the direction you found her. Roll I guess it's probably more investigation because you're looking for her, right?
Is she that lost?
Maybe you don't know.
Oh no.
She's kidnapped. She's been killed.
Okay, investigation. +0. That is 11.
Okay, so you're going in the direction you thought you saw her, and you're looking for a very distinct blue person, and you don't see her for a little bit, and you're like,
don't like
where
that.
Is she? It's fine, honey. But then you get a tug at the back of your
cute
back of okay, the back of your shirt, and you turn around, and she's there, and she said, I found a place. I think you have to come in here. And she kind of pulls your hand a little bit. She grabs onto your hand,
okay.
and she kind of brings you over to this this place. It's a building, so it's not a booth. It's a building that says Guppy's Guilds and General Goods. And it and she says, there's potions here. It's very, you gotta come see this.
Okay.
And she pulls you inside, and you walk into this place. It very much looks like a seaside shack, but it's bigger. Like imagine the decor of a Joe's Crab Shack is what this place looks like. So it's the inside of a Joe's Crab Shack, and but there's like, there's general goods. There's like a whole section where there's like a bunch of fishing rods. There's definitely like, it smells pretty bad in here, and it's because there is definitely like a live bait area. There's like fishing stuff in one corner, and in the other corner there's just general things like sleeping rolls, camping supplies, things.
Okay.
Basically, if you use like D&D Beyond, or we look online, anything that's in the like basic equipment that you could buy anywhere, you can find it here. So I can try to pull that up for you if you want to see it, if you want to just see if there's just general equipment you'd like to buy. And then there is behind the kind of desk that's a little bit further away, there's like potions and weird looking weapons and other funky looking stuff. That's probably clearly where the potions are.
Okay.
And you you see this behind the desk. You see this sort of like, oh my gosh, what am I trying to think of? The old, I'm making a lot of references right now, and this is, depending on the age of our listenership, is gonna date some people. The old man in the chess mini movie, the old Pixar chess mini movie, the like big nose
with the huge
and those huge glasses,
the bifocals. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the huge bifocals, the big nose, but he has kind of like tufty hair, like white wispy hair that flies out the side. Does he like
keel over and have a heart attack and then is like, "'Twas just a trick"?
He does not do that. But he's standing there. He looks like a human. He has a very large bulbous nose, these huge bifocals, this wispy white hair with the shade on the top, and he has these kind of like messy looking those kind of, are they galoshes? Those I'm just the worst DM. I don't know what I'm trying to say at all. Those like kind of fishing overalls that the men in the cranberry juice commercial wear.
Yeah. I know they have like a specific term,
popping references every left and right. So these wearing kind of those, and next to him he's kind of a shorter man, and next to him there's this very large mechanical being that's just standing next to him. And it's kind of like moving its little head around, and it has like it's definitely made out of like gears. Like you see little gears, and it's like where its eyes would be if it was a person. Little gears in its mouth. You see like gears moving its head. It has like a bit of a fishing net that looks like it's draped like a wig almost onto the top of its head. And it's this sort of like mechanical creature is just standing next to him, and he when you two walk in, he goes, "Back again!" to Alexandrite. Welcome.
Whoa.
Welcome. Come in.
Sure, yeah.
Hello.
I'm gonna be looking. I'm actually interested. Like, do they have any fun slingshot accessories?
What Like a scope? What's a slingshot accessory?
I don't know, like, in my dream, this man is like, have you seen these slingshot, like, things you can put in the sling to sling, and they come back to you, sort of making my slingshot a boomerang almost.
I don't know what that would be without being magical.
Yeah, it would be magic.
But he probably has a boomerang if it's like a basic weapon. If you want a boomerang instead.
No, I was just looking for a slingshot. Thanks, but thank you. I'm just looking, but thanks.
Okay. Well,
if I need help, I'll come find you. Thanks so much, though. You've been really helpful.
Yeah. So he's kind of has these like gnarled hands, and he's standing there, and he goes, "Come in. What can I help you with?"
Okay, I'm just gonna say to Alex, like, "Oh, you mean a friend?"
Yeah, he is wild. He goes,
you're purple.
Whoa.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Your friend mentioned you were looking for some potions. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. What kind of potions would you like?
I guess healing mainly, but Alex, if you've got anything specific that you're like, oh, I need that, we should grab that too.
Oh, no, I can't really think of anything other than healing right now. I can't really afford much more than that.
I can't.
How many would you like?
What do you think, Alex? You're like the expert on this.
I don't know why I'm the expert.
You're a healer. Hello, Jasper.
Our cat is on the table. Okay, hi, buddy. That's a candle, sir.
Off the table.
She says, I mean, they're always good to have around. I think it's just however much we can carry, but also afford.
Let's just go for like a solid 5.
Solid 5. Okay.
Yeah, I have a dowry.
You do. Let me double check this real quick. He looks at you expectantly because you kind of said that to Alex, and he's waiting for you to tell him how many.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay. Oh, Eiley.
And this little creature kind of perks up, and kind of jerks around a little bit, and he's like, and he grabs a little screwdriver and like tinker, and he stabs it up in the creature's armpit, and the creature falls down for a second. He twists it a bit, and he pulls it out, and it goes, and it's moving a lot smoother now. And it looks at you, or what you perceive to be looking at you, and kind of waves its hand. Wow. Hey. And it turns its like just its torso around, like its lower half stays the same, and it makes this very like cranky noise as it turns its torso around, and it reaches up on these very, very high shelves and just like scoops up a box of and then turns, and the glass kind of jingles as it turns, and he slams it down, and he's like,
gentle Eiley.
Down, and he says,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and he slides them over, and he goes,
there will be 50 gold pieces apiece, so that would be
and he looks up at
I feel very much like, how much could a banana cost? $10. That's too rich for my blood is what that is, Mackenzie.
That's too rich for your blood?
Yeah, I only have 500 gold pieces. I just spent 16 on a cute moment later on.
He says to you,
"That's 250 altogether."
Oh,
that's how much healing potions are, babe. That's the cheapest healing potion.
I know.
Our cat is upset because the healing potions are so expensive.
Can't blame him. I'm gonna turn to Alex and be like, I feel like maybe we should conserve our funds a little bit.
I can split it with you.
You can split it with me?
Yeah, of course. Were we not
Why did
gonna?
I assume you didn't have money?
Because I'm an NPC, but but I can split it with you, of course.
Okay. Yeah. 5 healing potions, my good man.
He goes,
"Oh, goody!"
and he pushes them over, and he goes,
"Would you like a bag? It's souvenir."
Yeah, I'd love that.
That's an extra gold piece.
You strike a hard bargain, old man. Here's your 1 piece.
He like puts his finger on it and slides it over as you two count out. It's funny because you're spending so much gold. You two are counting out maybe the rest, and he is putting them into this sort of like big like green rucksack that's like made of like net, and it looks homemade. Like it looks like homemade, and like the letterings.
Like we're supporting local businesses.
Yeah, and like the letterings that just say it says like GGG, GG, like 5 Gs.
5G? Whoa.
Oh, I know. It's
that's
pretty
fast.
4 Gs. It's 4 Gs.
Not quite as fast, but still
Because
pretty
it's
fast.
because it's Gippy's Gills and General Goods. So he like it's like these. It looks like they were hand stitched by
That's cute.
this gnarled hands of this man, and he puts them all in this bag. And after you're done counting, he says, "Eiley," and Eiley leans down to this man who's named Eli. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he pokes the nose of the creature, and like, ching, like it's like the cash register opens in its stomach. It leans back, and Eli slides the 250 gold into it, and closes the stomach of Eiley, and he says,
Anything else you need?
No, I think that was it, but thank you so much.
Oh, wonderful. Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too. Bye.
Goodbye. Oh.
You just like the robot, right?
to Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. He's charming in his own way.
No, he's very charming. I just thought like, oh, I
The
don't-
robot's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, this is the robot that's brought us here.
Yeah, and I couldn't really find anywhere else where potions were. So,
That's fair.
but they're just common healing potions.
Yeah.
They will heal 2d4 plus 2 when you
Yeah.
take them. So where do you want to go next? You want to leave the city, or you want to?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, let's blow
Let's
this.
blow this popsicle
Let's
stand.
blow this actual popsicle stand. Are you? So we talked a bit offline, just so I would have some sort of semblance of where you're going. And if you look on our website, there's a map. And are you pulling it up right now?
Sure am.
'Cause I can pull it up on my phone if you need it.
I can pull it up. It's all good.
All right. So if you look on the map, there's basically there's a couple of ways to go. You could go up the path and go to Arbington and then cut up to Sharvos. You could go up the coast, which you've expressed you would prefer to do. Or you could just go through the Dawning Sea, which would require getting a boat, which might be kind of light here, but you have made some friends, so there's other ways to go.
No.
Okay. So you want to go up the coast.
I want to go up the coast.
All right. So I'm assuming basically if you're going up the coast, the next city you're going to hit is Sharvos.
Yeah.
Right before the forest where your mothers are.
Yeah.
And so Sharvos on foot is going to take you like a week to 9 days. Or there are horses that the site had said they were going to purchase for you and Alexandrite. If you want to take those horses, they might be a little
I feel like it would be rude to like have them buy these horses for us, and then we're like, psych.
they may be,
We don't need your help.
They'll be a little harder to like maybe
Wrangle
off-road, but
I
you
don't
can
know.
definitely use them.
I've got +5 to animal handling. I feel confident about this.
They'll cut a couple days off for sure. They're going to make it a 6-day journey.
Let's hop on our horses and head out. Just a couple of horse girls.
All right, that's the name of the episode. Just a couple of horse girls. So you head off. I think that they told you where it was, but it's basically like there's like this long road that goes through the whole city that leads out, and it's in the kind of like northeast side of the city.
Yeah.
And you see these stables just right off the road on a big kind of curly Q kind of lettering that says Barley Bell Stables on it. And I assume you go in.
Barley Bell Stables. Yes.
So you walk into Barley Bell Stables, and it's a very tiny room in the area we go in because most of it is stables. You don't see anyone in there immediately, but you do hear a voice coming from like the right where the stables actually are.
Gonna poke my head right in there.
All right, you poke your head right in there. You see this sort of middle-aged looking halfling woman with this kind of like dirty blonde hair that's braided into the side. She's wearing a sort of little checkered looking patterned button-up shirt and messy overalls. She has hay kind of sticking out of her hair and little dirt on her things, and she has these big boots, and she's stepping up on stepping stools and putting in some feed. There's like stepping stools in front of each sort of area, and so she's just doing that, and she's the only person you seem to see.
Okay, hey,
Hi.
we have 2 horses here.
Your horses. I don't recognize either one of you.
Let's see. Probably a very nice orc dropped him off. half-orc?
Half-orc. Choose that.
Yeah, very nice half-orc. Drop them off.
Drop them off.
Ayana.
Like you oh, she paid for these horses.
Yeah.
I was confused because no horses
sorry.
have come in a while. It's okay. Hold on. And she finishes putting the kind of last feed on this sort of like dappled gray horse, and she rubs its kind of snout, and then she gets down and she scurries and kind of squeezes past you in the doorway and goes up on another stepping stool to this big book that she opens up, and she says, yes, we have Ayana. She paid for a bunch of horses, but said they have 2 left over for an Alkyone and Alexander. Oh, yeah. Right. That's me. And she goes, all right. So she didn't pick out the horses, so y'all kind of had the pick of the litter. You can't have the stallions or the war horses.
Do you have any purple ones?
We don't have any purple horses, no.
That's fine.
But basically any common riding horse, y'all are allowed to have.
Yeah, okay.
Here, I'll come show you.
All right,
and
let's see the horses.
And so she kind of squeezed back into the area that she was already in and kind of waves you in. And within the parameters of a normal horse, there is not a purple horse. But what do you think is a horse that Alkyone would be drawn to? You get to design your horse. I'm not going to do it for you.
A horse that knows what it's doing.
Well, I mean, aesthetically.
I don't know. I'm less concerned about the aesthetics. To be honest, I'm more like, I need a horse that looks Alkyone and says, like, oh, I gotta take care of this one.
Alrighty.
This one doesn't know what she's doing.
Okay, so you want like a know-it-all horse.
Know-it-all horse, yes. The
okay.
Hermione of horses.
Okay. The Hermione of horses. Got it. How do you know what you'd roll?
Animal handling, right?
Sure, roll animal handling, and let's say you're walking up to some of the horses and you're trying to get an idea of who's a know-it-all.
7 with my +5.
All right. You get a couple of horses that one horse kind of bites its mouth at you, and
thanks,
the lady Lucy goes, oh no, and again kind of pushes its little face back, and it's like, you go over there, you take a minute to yourself. Eventually you walk up to this sort of like white horse. Actually, it's like a white draft horse. It looks a little younger actually, and it's the first horse you walk up to, and it has this very calming energy. And it looks over at you, and it just has the same energy as you. So it's not a know-it-all horse. It has the same energy as you.
Okay.
That makes sense. And
Alkyone
it kind of
is like this one.
And it kind of puts its head out and like looks at you closer. And if you move in closer, it kind of pushes its little head against yours. And Lucille goes, well, she likes you.
Yeah, this is the one for sure.
Oh, of course. You can name her whatever you like. She's actually pretty young. We haven't quite figured her personality out yet. We don't know what to name her.
Oh, okay.
You can name any of your horses.
Like right now?
I mean, if you want to, you could journey with her for a while, see what you like. But is this the horse?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All
right, I'll start working on some stuff while your friend looks. And you see Alex is kind of nervously like looking at a lot of the horses, and a lot of them's heads are sticking out. And as you are kind of petting your horse, that you will one day name, you're kind of petting the snout and it's being very sweet to you, and it's very chill vibes. And you see Alex sort of like, she walks over to this, you see that like a lot of their heads are sticking out.
Yeah.
And she walks over to like one that doesn't have a horse's head sticking out of it. And
the shy one.
She sort of like moves closer to it and leans her head over, and you see that she has to kind of hold on and get on her tiptoes to look in. And you see this like kind of smile come across her face as she kind of reaches her hand in. And she stays there for a moment, and then you see this sort of like kind of taller horse kind of come up. And
is it a Pegasus?
It's not a Pegasus. They don't have, you could find a Pegasus somewhere in this world, but they're not here. And and she starts, it kind of comes onto her hand, and she's taken aback a bit, and it's sort of this gray dappled horse.
Yeah.
And she's petting its snout, and And she kind of smiles and she's like, I think I like this one.
Cute.
And she says it quietly, but Lucille leans in and goes, oh, he's a pretty one. A little shy, but he's sweet. And she leans back and she goes, all right, I'll get y'all all set up. And unless you have any other conversations you'd like to have with Lucille.
With Lucille? No.
No.
But,
but she will...
No shade to Lucille.
She will get what is basically adoption papers. It's like you're adopting a pet. She'll get everything so that like these horses are in your name now. And she points out where you will sign their name once you think of one. And Alex actually already writes a name down. Just because she's
prepared.
Yeah.
What are you naming your horse?
You can't laugh at me.
Okay.
I just, when I was little, I kind of thought if I ever was able to get a pet, I would name it this. And I've never had a pet before. So
what is it?
Peony.
Peony? Like
Yep.
the flower?
They're my favorite flowers, kind of. Or
That's
some of my
really
favorites.
cute.
So he's Peony. And Lucille goes, oh my, that's real cute.
Oh man, you kind of took my idea.
What's your idea?
I think I'm gonna name her Lilac.
That's really pretty. And then Lucille, she already had the emoji with the little like welled up eyes, but then they get even bigger at Lilac. And she goes, those are such cute names.
Yeah, I think Lilac's it.
All right. And so you write down Lilac and she writes
I'm like,
down.
hey, Lilac. Yeah, all right, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, she immediately responds, apparently. So she gets your papers all sorted out. So these horses like legally belong to you. She gets you some pretty basic saddles. You can upgrade later on down the road if you want to get different saddles. She gets you kind of all the basics you need. She gets you a little bit of horse feed for snacks as you go. But as you're traveling outside, they can also eat grass and things like that. But she gets you started. And if you have nothing else you'd like to do in Rivermouth, you can head out.
Let's go. All
right.
Let's go.
You head out and you kind of take a quick swerve off the road, actually, and head over to the coast.
Let's go. Let's swerve away.
And so you go over to the coast and you're kind of walking adjacent to the beaches that are just north of the city that go off into the dawning sea. And it is so beautiful to look at when you look out and you just see this sun glimmering on this ocean. It almost makes it sparkle. It's almost so brilliant for your eyes because the sparkling blue is just as clear. It feels like you could see to the bottom if you were standing on top of it. And it's just a beautiful sight. And you and Alex are just sort of going side by side across next to the sea, and it's just absolutely breathtaking, and it's really nice. It's sort of one of those nice moments again of just like, oh,
this
things.
is a world worth saving.
Yeah. And you guys are going for a while, and you don't see much because you're not on the road, and so you guys are kind of off-roading. You'll occasionally see some fishermen that have gone quite north that want to maybe avoid any other fishers and fishermen trying to steal their game. But you don't see much, and eventually the beaches sort of fade, and it's more just sort of like rocky, grassy area next to the ocean. But you travel the rest of the day. I assume at night you're going to take a rest and take camp?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You set up camp.
Is there any way to, like, ward off invisible assassins?
Do you know the spell alarm, maybe? That could be a way to help warn
I don't think I do, actually.
yourself. Let me see if my old girl has it. If not, I can have her learn it the next day, 'cause she is a cleric. She doesn't have any alarm. You could try to, like, I don't know. Does Alkyone know how to make traps from nature?
I would have to roll for that.
Well, yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. You could set a watch. One of you sleeps, one of you stays awake, one of you,
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
All right.
One does half the night, the other does the other.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to do anything before bed, or?
Why, yes, I do.
I was like, do you want to do your little ditty?
We got a little fire going,
Mm-hmm.
even though that is maybe dangerous.
It's a little itty bitty fire. The horses are
the shepherd's pie are like pre-cooked.
Yeah,
We just have to warm them up.
Yeah, you're warming up your shepherd's pie. The horses are kind of laying, and they're kind of inspecting each other a little bit. They lived in the same stable, but they didn't like
know each other.
So they're sort of getting to know each other, and they're laying together and eating some grass. And Alex is starting a fire to warm these shepherd's pies up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the shepherd's pie and like create some sort of warming rock contraption thing to where like you can sit on the rock and warm up.
Yeah. You make that, and you guys are cooking dinner.
So that was pretty cool, right?
What was
The whole town thing.
the whole?
We just were in.
Yeah, that's how towns are usually. There's a lot of people there, a lot of fun stuff to see.
There are a lot of fish people.
Oh well, no, not that normally. I mean, depends on what city you go to, I suppose. I guess if you go into a city in the Underdark or underwater, then maybe. Or I'm rambling. Cities have lots of interesting people in them.
Yeah. I don't know. It sort of seemed like something we should commemorate since, like, I don't know, we did a real good job figuring it out and stuff.
I mean, you really were the MVP there.
Nah, I couldn't do it without you.
Well, that's nice of you to say, but I wasn't a badger, so.
Well, not everybody can be the badger, but somebody's got to be there to, like, communicate, keep things under control.
Okay.
You know.
You look like you look really fishy right now. I mean,
look
pun
really
intended.
Fishy.
I suppose. Yeah.
I look really
You're
fishy.
giving me weird eyes.
I don't look badgery.
You look every type of animal, but you're giving me these weird eyes. What's up?
I don't know. I just I saw these bracelets, and like before Ayana left, like we made friendship bracelets, and
Yeah,
I know it's
and-
nice. Yeah.
And she holds up the one she got from Ayana.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought like as a reward, as a like just a nice thing, since we did a nice thing, that like I got us little bracelets. I pull out the bracelets from the rucksack.
All right, and I assume you open the case, and so she sees them.
Nah, I just pass it over
Oh,
to her so
okay.
she can open her. She can open herself.
Okay, well she does so, and she smiles and she goes, "This is really pretty.
Yeah.
Purple like you."
Yeah.
No, this is gorgeous.
I
And
mean, the thing is, like, most of the stones were purple where I was buying them from, so it's not like I, like, only looked for the purple ones and was like, this is about me.
No, it's a nice reminder of you. It's very sweet.
All right, cool. That's all I wanted to do.
And she
Say.
fiddles with it a bit, and
Yeah,
when she
I got
realizes
it.
she can't put it
I
on
got it.
herself,
I
she
got
holds
it.
her hand out.
Used to do this with my mom's all the time.
A lot of jewelry, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And she offers her hands to do the same for you, and
Sure,
she kind of very softly helps put your bracelet on. And she holds her arm out to you.
You got, like, matching wrists.
Yeah. She smiles. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very sweet of you. I didn't get you anything.
You didn't have to. It's just sort of like a go team.
Go team.
Morale, very up.
Very up, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You two kind of like
Sounds of the night.
sit in this kind of like embarrassed but sweet silence almost together, and you make dinner. You make your rests and your watches, and even without rolling, nothing happens. The night goes by.
Oh, wow. Can I roll just for funsies?
Yeah, roll for funsies.
What if I get
roll
a natural 1 and you're like, well, time for combat?
Now you're gonna die. If you get a natural 1, I will kill you instantly.
It's not a natural 1. It's not a natural 1, but it is a 2.
It is a 2. That is
Oh, man.
that was really funny.
See, the second one's a 6.
Okay.
So
But can you? I just liked how I said if you roll a natural 1, I will kill you immediately, and you rolled a 2.
and the dice is like, try it.
Try it, bitch.
Try it.
You don't die. You two. The night goes by without assassins, without anything else,
Oh, good.
and you saddle up. You continue through the day. You get another day under your belt. With the horses, it'll probably be about 5 to 6 days.
All right.
So you get
work
another
week.
day under your belt. Yeah, a nice work week of traveling. And unless there's something you want to do the second night.
No, I made my big move.
Cool. And so the second day and night both go by without consequence. You all are kind of growing closer. You, Alex, and the horses. You all are sort of learning each other a little bit more. You're getting comfortable more and more each day. It's a pretty beautiful route. The horses have a little bit of hard time being off the road, but you're helping them get used to it, and it's kind of pleasant, honestly, this journey. Even though you're going to sort of do this weird, hard thing, it's kind of nice. And so you begin the third day. It's another day of peaceful travel, and the sun is setting, and it's getting darker outside, and you're continuing on. And for the first time in a couple days, you see something kind of strange in the distance. A little bit off to the right, you see sort of a thin line of smoke, as if it would be coming from maybe another campfire.
Okay.
And it's the first time you've seen other people, really, or at least a sign of other people, in a very long time, a couple days.
Spooky. No, that was Alkyone.
Oh.
Spooky. Sorry, I gotta get more vocal fry in
yeah,
there.
Yeah. That didn't sound like Alkyone to me. What, that over there?
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't seen that for a while.
Well, yeah, it might be other, adventurers or travelers.
I don't know. Maybe we could check it out a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to?
Yeah.
All right. And so you move a little bit closer. Do you want to get closer on foot or on horse?
On foot.
All right. So you get off your horses, you have them chill for a bit, you tie them up to maybe a tree that you find, and you move a little bit closer to this camp, ? Are you going to try to be sneaky about it, or are you...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I just want to see what's what.
Roll stealth.
So that's going to be a 7.
All right. It's a group check, Oh, no, that's just a 6. Okay, cool.
That's just a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
And so you are getting closer and closer to this camp. As you get closer, you do see sort of the figure, the image of a tent. A quite large tent, actually.
Huh.
And a sizable fire. And you see, as you're getting closer, you inch closer. You get about as close as you maybe feel comfortable getting. And you get kind of behind, you and Alex sort of get behind this bush tree combo. And you sort of look. And you see 3 figures. And they all look a little familiar.
Is it because they're like shadowy again?
No, they're humanoids. I don't know how else to say. Like physical bodies are standing there. But on either side of the sort of small camp, you see creatures that look like those knights that you fought in Bay Argo. 2 of them. And in the center of the camp, kind of right by the fire, you see sort of a masculine figure. And in front of him, there is sort of this like stone-looking tablet standing on top of a makeshift table, and it has sort of these green runes etched into the stone tablet, and this sort of translucent green image seems to float above the tablet, and it almost is shaped like a spiked helm and a head maybe over broad shoulders. And you look, and against the fire it's hard to tell with the shadows, but this man, He has very, very, like, porcelain pale skin and jet black hair that flows down almost to his like waist, like the middle of his waist, and he looks very similar in bone structure to the assassin from the other night. But she was very much a woman. I mean, at least you can't really assume someone's gender, but she was presenting as a woman, and I, the person who created her, will tell you she is a woman, and her pronouns are she, her. This is a definitely more masculine person. So,
probably a sibling.
I don't know.
Maybe.
And this green thing is moving a little bit. This figure that's coming out of this tablet, and then you hear the young porcelain-skinned man go, "Ambrosia will return in a few days' time. The blue one killed her only naturally, not truly. Give her time, she will be stronger." And the voice says something. The voice that's coming from this green image says something in a language that neither one of you understand, but it is deep and gruff and empty. And he responds, the young man responds, "I agree. We will continue to follow them to Sharvos and plan to strike in the forest, my lord. I will not fail as she did." This voice from the green image mutters again. He responds, "There is no need to send others. She will not make it through the forest. It is okay. I promise. I swear on my life." And the voice says something in an angry tone, a deeper tone. And the young man laughs. And he says, "The queen will never see her." And the image fades away almost instantly. And the man slumps a bit. And he sort of loosens his grip. You see he was holding his hands, and he like shakes his hands out because he was holding them so tight. And he puts his hand to his forehead, and he has this sort of sallow face. And you see how much he was holding himself up. He was holding his shoulders unnaturally back. He's relaxing a bit. And he kind of looks angry and tired now. He was definitely putting on some sort of face. He will look up into the sky a bit and look around. And look at the two knights who both were like turning their heads a little bit. Definitely eavesdropping. And he says, "Shut up, don't look at me, get to work." And he kind of stomps off into the tent.
I know how to defeat this guy.
And you lean in and
I say, "Your dad's not gonna love you if you do this. This isn't gonna change anything."
Is that how you break your fucking... Your shitty stealth rolls equate to, after this conversation happens and he goes into the tent, you lean forward and Alkyone leans and her hand touches your shoulder and you feel this like tingly warmth from Alex touching you, and you look back and you're not paying attention and you fully just like lean against a branch that's not quite solid, and you both, and your hand slips, you fall to the ground, she falls on top of you, and you have that sort of rom-com like fell on top, but now you're both...
But worse because, oh no!
Yeah, and then you hear the shifting of metal as these two knights look up and are both sort of turning their heads in your direction, and steps begin to happen. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
No! No!
Thanks for listening to this episode of Dungeon Wives.
Woo!
For all the usual stuff, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram. Where at, honey?
Dungeon Wives.
At Dungeon Wives.
At Dungeon Wives.
Our show's called Dungeon Wives.
Dungeon Wives.
Hey, Dungeon Wives.
Any more Meisner, and I'm going to lose it.
You can also find us at dungeonwives.com. We have a lot of cool information about the world.
Maps.
We have maps. Portraits of the characters.
Character sheet.
We got so much. No, character sheets.
Graphic design. Oh, that's right. Character sheets are only
exclusive on our
Patreon. Ooh.
So if you want to support the show, it really means the world. It helps us invest more in the show, be able to enhance our recording setup, and just get some more cool stuff going for the show. You can go to patreon.com/dungeonwives. You get episodes early. You get character sheets, as Rachel mentioned.
You can put your own NPCs in the universe.
You can. There's a lot of other fun, cool stuff that we're putting on over there. So go check us out at Patreon. And also, we are streaming a little bit on Twitch.
Yeah, we're having fun this quarantine time.
Yeah, we're having fun this quarantine time. We're learning a bit about, streaming, so it's kind of a learning curve for sure. But if you follow us at twitch.tv/dungeonwives, we're usually playing some Overcooked or games similar to Overcooked.
Maybe trying some moving out.
Dream Daddy, Sims.
Dream Daddy.
Just some fun games we can play together as a couple.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're so welcome.
Thank you, honey. So check us out. I don't know. We love to hang out with you. We also have a Discord.
We have a Discord. Come hang in the Discord.
Come hang in the Dungeon Wives Discord.
Lots of pet pics.
Yes. Just come hang out with us. Yeah. Tweet at us. We want to say hi. So thanks for listening to this episode again. We love you all.
We love you very much.
Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy as much as you can.
Wash your hands. Be careful with yourselves.
Yeah.
Be gentle with yourselves.
Be gentle with yourselves and be patient with yourselves. We love you.
We love you very much.
Hey, honey.
Yeah?
I love you.
What? I love you too. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Actual play comedy podcasts are awesome. We can all agree on this. What about if they're in outer space? What if the cast don't take themselves too seriously? If you think yes, then you will love Experience Points. We're an all-queer cast playing Starfinder and trying to survive whatever bombshells our GM Kenny can dream up for us. We're an impulsive bunch who rush into things, which has landed us in some surprising situations. Have you ever almost died in a spaceship sauna malfunction? We have. Come join the adventure with the crew of the GD Hoopty and their surly computer AI, A-Hole, as we traverse the galaxy, leaving a trail of pink glitter in our wake. Listen to Experience Points today wherever you find fine podcasts. Then come say hi to us on Twitter at EQPoints, or tune in for our live streams every other Saturday at twitch.tv/experiencepoints, or you can now find us on YouTube. We'll be sure to unroll the pink carpet and have a cup of space chamomile ready for you.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.